So I was thinking about the show and how they line up the girls by breast size in the intro. And if they do a similar thing with the boys, that probably means that Shin isn't the most powerful character in the class. It's Og. You know, I feel like there are only so many ways that I can say that this show isn't great. That this show is just generic anime for generic anime purposes. And this is the first time an episode actually felt like a chore. Like, it just kept going and stuff just kept not happening the whole time. Like, all right, whatever. I'll get into it. We'll get moving. We'll get grooving. So, like, starting off the bat, it continued from where the last one left off. I guess the students are still doing their joint training thing with the knights. And it continues the tradition of making the knights seem like garbage people and incompetent people, and making the wizards magicians look awesome because reasons, I guess. This show's all about building up their characters, especially Shin, but I guess everyone else who knows him gets the clout. Everyone else who knows him gets built up. Like, if you know Shin, you're cool. If you don't know Shin, you're garbage. Like, the knights are misogynistic, terrible, and the wizards always have to come in to save them. They're never worth having around, apparently. And, like, Shin's older sibling, or whatever the guy's name was, the, like, magician, was like, oh, you guys are already as good as the best court magicians we have. Really? They've known Shin for like a week. How garbage are the court magicians? Like, you guys are trash, stuffed in a shame Twinkie, put into a sorrow bag of shame. There's a lot of insults there, but I think at least one or two apply, right? Is no one good at magic in this world but Shin, apparently? And if you're wondering what else happens in the episode, nothing. That's it. Their training exercise is over, and then the show ends. There's a few things here and there, right? So, like, Blue's family owns a hot spring for reasons. Okay, I'll tell you the reason right now, actually. The reason is it's a generic anime, and if you don't have a Hot Springs episode, you're not doing it right. It's a staple of the genre at this point. And honestly, I did kind of laugh when that came up, because, again, I'm a sucker for this sort of stuff. I do love it, but it's just not good. I feel like part of me just sort of hates myself and makes me watch these sort of things. But, whatever. I'm here. I'm along for the ride. I enjoy it. So yeah, they plan a trip to the hot springs. That is also just because it's an anime. Shin talks about how, like, oh, it's almost summer vacation. Is it though? Is it almost summer vacation? I don't know if my subs were wrong, but, like, haven't you guys only been in school for like 2 weeks? Hasn't it only been like a month max? Is there just a ton of time that we just haven't seen? Does the show jump around that much? I know the first episode jumped literal decades, but I don't know. I feel like they couldn't be that long since they've all met, right? Am I just missing something? Okay. So the whole plan is to, like, de-stress with the class and go to this summer camp where they can talk about demons and train because they need to be more powerful to compete with the demons and the rising threat of them. But okay, cool. Let's just go to the hot springs. That's what we do in anime. Along the way, they also fight, like, these generic looking demons. The whole episode, there's only really one demon design. It's like these dog wolf things that are made to look cartoonishly bad and foolish and, like, made to make the wizards look awesome. And there's a scene, right, where they're on their way to the hot springs and, like, their caravan gets ambushed by demons. And they're like, okay, demons, just wait there while we draw straws to see who deals with you. And in that moment, I was so annoyed. I was so done with this show because the demons just wait for them to just have this whole conversation, draw straws, and then get obliterated by one attack. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, these guys aren't even trying anymore. They're not even trying to tell a story anymore. They're just building up the main character's clout. They just want to show us that they have all the sauce in the world. They have all the juice in the universe. And we're just supposed to accept that. And the demons want nothing to do with that. But okay, cool. I'm with it, show. I'm with it now. What did I think? What did I come into Wise Man's Grandchild expecting something good? Come on, Kevin, those are young man's dreams. You're past that now. You hate your life. Oh no, no. I also did think it was legitimately funny when they show up to the hot springs place and like they show up to Blue's mansion that everyone just has identical looking mansions. Okay, cool. They have to throw in some stuff about like, oh, the will they, won't they with Blue and Shin, but they will. We know they will. How did this staff know that there was any interest between them? They said that they hadn't spoken in months or years. I don't know. I don't remember if they specified, but okay, cool. And it's just more generic hot spring stuff. Like they talk, they build up Shin's ego more. They like pat him on the back for just existing. And then Merlin and the guru went with them to like make sure there isn't any inappropriate behavior at the hot springs. They really don't know they're in an anime, but they should know. And the guru just agrees to train them. So cool. I guess we're gonna be training with them in a hot springs moving forward. So tight. Oh, and no dancing girl at the end of this episode. So I guess she just sort of came as quickly as she went. And again, I could look up why she was there in the last episode, but I won't. I don't want to take away a bit of the magic from this show. I don't want to do that to myself. I'm having a hard enough time finding things to legitimately enjoy and compliment the show on. So I'm going to leave that at that. She brought me joy and, you know, I had to let her go. Speaking of hers that brought me joy, though, it was nice to see Miranda again in this episode, even though it was just to stroke Shin's ego again, but that's what the show does. So, okay, moving forward. Let's see where this goes. We're in the end game now. We're in the second half of the season. So, I theorize stuff is going to start kicking off. Or it won't. Who knows with these type of shows. I'm excited, though. Thanks for watching if you did. If you didn't, you don't care. If you did, bye. Because I don't have anything else to say about this show. Because nothing really happened. I feel like I rambled more in this one than I have in other episodes. But that's really because nothing happened this episode, guys. I really had to stretch out some of these thoughts. It was just 23 minutes of them patting Shin on the back for existing and being like the Clout Master General or whatever. So, cool. Goodbye.